Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, look at this big colorful can here. This is Passion of the Kiwi. This comes from Pariah Brewing Company. My good friends Brian and Christy out there. This is the third one in the three that they sent me, so this will be the final one that I have, and the other two have been outstandingly awesome. These guys are really getting their act together. They are dating their stuff. It's got the canned on date on the bottom of it. It says 0121 of 19. So and on the bottom above the date it says, Christy, that's good. So I bet it is. Says here it is 5 IBUs with 4.2% alcohol by volume. And guys, I tell you this all the time on these session ales or session beers like this, I usually don't buy beers in that low because they are made to session. If you want to drink a 4-pack or a 6-pack, I'm not sure how they package this. Being a big 16-ounce can, it may be a 4-pack, but being a 4.2%, it may be a 6-pack. I'm not real sure how they are sending this out of the brewery, but they are calling it a Berliner style Weisse beer, which means wheat ale brewed with passion fruit, whole dried kiwi flesh, and pink guava. Yeah. And it doesn't say Christy, it says Christ. That's good here on the side. So I just didn't know if I was seeing that, but it's Christy, but on the back here it says Christ. That's good. So we're going to find out here, guys. So we've got the ABV and IBUs and the canned on date on the package, so it doesn't get much better than that as far as information. I don't know how long this beer is being produced, if this is the first time they've done it or if they've done it before. I'm kind of thinking this is the first time they've brewed this, because Beer Advocate only has 2 people that have posted comments on it. Let's see, and the commercial description here on Untapped is exactly what I read off the back of the can there, guys. So very low IBUs, 4.5%. It says 4.2 on the can here. Untapped has it at 4.5. So I believe the can instead of Untapped. Maybe somebody mistyped that in there or whatever. Beer Advocate does have it listed as 4.2. And it says availability is summer. Well, it's not quite to summer yet, not even spring. We're still in winter time right here. But this one would more than likely be a great one to sit by the pool or out on the beach on a hot day and sip on it. And like I said, you could have multiples of it and not get too inebriated. I call these lawnmower beers, these lower ABV beers. So, with that being said, guys, let's get this one popped open and get it into the glass and see what we got. See how much taste we're going to get out of a 4.2%er. Some do this style very well, some not so much. Not super cloudy coming out, but it does look like it's got a nice haze to it, maybe an unfiltered beer. So we can't get it all in there, but we will before we go off camera. About 1.5 fingers of head on that aggressive pour. And it is super cloudy, guys. It definitely looks like an unfiltered beer. It is lighter in the amber color, a lot like maybe a grapefruit or a pineapple juice. So let's get it to the nose and see what we can get a big whiff of. Wow. Definitely getting a little bit of grapefruit, pineapple, kiwi, Maybe some guava. I don't think I've ate a lot of guava, so I'm not sure what that actually smells like. Smells very citrusy and very tropical. So let's dive in and see what we got going on here, guys. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brian and Christy. Wow. Kind of tart. A lot like an unsweetened grapefruit. Kind of tart. Still kind of tasty though. To me, it reminds like an unsweetened fruit juice, especially with the pineapple and the grapefruit there. So it does have a little twang to it. Whole lot of flavor though. Wow. A lot of flavor in there. And that's where a lot of the lower ABVs, the session beers, if you will, once you get down to that 4% or so, 3.8, 4.2, 4.5, it doesn't have a lot of taste to me. I mean, everything's kind of subdued since they're brewing such a small malt bill to keep that ABV down in that range. But some do it well, and this is one of those that's tasting pretty good. Alcohol is basically non-existent as far as tasting it. So another one that's done well from these guys out there at Pariah Brewing out in California. So guys, this is right out of the fridge. Let me sip on this for a while, let her taste it, and we'll come back and see where this ends up. Very well made beer, very tasty beer, and one that you could have several of them and not be too inebriated. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little bit, been sipping on it probably an hour. It has a tart, sour taste to it. A lot of fruitiness in it. A lot of flavor in it for 4.2%. Not probably my cup of tea, being a tart sourish style of beer, but there's a whole lot of flavor in it, a whole lot of tropical fruit notes going on, grapefruit and pineapple. So it's a damn tasty beer, guys. And like I said, I just don't buy a lot of these lower ABV beers. I don't session beers anymore. A lot of you young people probably would really like this. Like I said, a nice pool beer, a nice beach beer, a nice session beer, if you will. Has a whole lot of flavor for that low of an ABV. Very enjoyable. But I'm going to probably be down a grade or two because it's not my cup of tea, guys. But I do appreciate Brian and Christy sending it to me. It is an awesomely well-made beer, guys. There's probably some people out there that think this is a 9 or a 10 beer. Don't. And if you say it is, I wouldn't argue with that one bit, guys. But I like a little bit more hop presence. I'm more into the hoppy pales and IPAs and double IPAs and stuff like that. But this one is pretty close to that. Either having that sour tart taste to it. Yeah, I think it's awesome. Final chug. Very easy drinking and absolutely outstanding lawnmower beer. But being here in winter time, getting a little bit of rain and sleet this morning, and calling all kind of weather this week. Supposed to be nasty all week long. We may even be getting some flooding going on by the end of the week since it's been so wet for so long. Guys, to me, I'm going to give this a 8. And I'm going to give it 93 for me on this one, guys. Still think it's an A beer, but into the A- category. And like I said, if you think this is a 9 or 10 beer, I would not argue with that whatsoever. Probably one of the tastier, lower ABV beers that I've had recently. So, with that being said, guys, let's jump over to Beer Advocate, and they have it at 4.45. Outstanding is what they're saying, and I'm not going to argue that one bit, guys. It is. It is a very well-made beer. And over to Untapped, they have it at 3.86, which is in their B plus range. I'm in the middle between these two guys. I think it's better than a B plus, but I'm not quite to the 9 yet on this one. So it all depends on what you like to drink and where your palate is, and all that kind of stuff. So with that being said, if you've had Passion of the Kiwi from Pariah Brewing Company, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.